Hey guys, what's cracking? Welcome back to Clash with Barndo. This morning I released the new weekly Red Hot raids. That's been a pretty good outcome so far. There's lots of people checking it out between the three clans, and really get on board that. So if you haven't seen it, go across, have a look, see what it all is about. Otherwise, tonight I will be going through our Win 187 versus the Symbols. Chinese clan, and as you can see, nearly 96%. Really good war. It was matched bases. They were three Town Hall 11s, 3 10s, whereas we were 2 and 4. So from there, they 3-starred everything, but they fell down and short on our Town Hall 110 there. JDam held 3 attacks, I think it was. And Barndo 80, they had 3 stabs at him as well. So really good war. Defence-wise, as for attacking-wise, we had some big hits. Only a 59 on number 1, but that wasn't bad. It was a fairly rushed attack. 67 on number 2. Big hit, 79 on number 3. Shine had a big hit on their number 4. That was very early in the war. 3-star there on number 5. And you see half 96% on their bottom Town Hall 10. Unfortunately, I had to go with Barndo 80. With Clan Mascot, stuffed it. JDam had to go, stuffed it. Dave had to go, stuffed it. So it's funny, like in a pressure war, our guys were quite good, really, overall. You've got to look at it at the end of the war and assess it like any other war. We had a good outcome from our 10s. That was a very mixed outcome. We had a great outcome from our 9s. There was a 6-star there from Phoenix, 6-star from Saul, Pirate, Kimmy. There was a bit of a letdown in our middle range Town Hall 9s. But as always, our Town Hall 8s smashed it. But Town Hall 8s are pretty easy at the moment. It's all, everyone's moving up. We're not really recruiting them. If we had a good one pop his head out, said something to us in his intro, we would probably look at it, but other than that, you want someone with a brain and someone switched on, and Town Hall 9+ is where all the fun is. But let's have a look at what I did on this number 5. The Dragon attack on number 3 was pretty cool, but we are playing someone in the current war that has the same base, and I don't want to let the secret out. So what do we do here with Barndo 80? So it's the GoLaLoon. Started with the 2 loons on that arch tower. I actually thought about at the end, I wonder whether I should have used 3 to get a drop on that mortar. Didn't play a major factor in it, but the main reason for that was to get that minion out, get rid of that arch tower so it wasn't shooting your queen at the back, and be able to herd the sides. Same thing there. You see one loon go on the middle right hand side, level 10 arch tower. Plain and simple, you just want to protect your heroes for as long as possible. So the intention on this push with the heroes for the golem part was to get both Inferno towers, and we just couldn't do it. So we actually hit this base 3 times. We had a 75% 2-star first hit, so it mapped out a bit. But even sending in the big heroes and Warden, still couldn't get it. So the Queen did get stuck on that storage for a bit of time, and then of course the Hound. So I wonder maybe if I had have come in on a different angle or come in from a different cell, but you'll see here the Warden's just about dead. I did hold on to the Queen's ability for quite a while. Possibly could have put 2 loons on that cannon, that chewed out the golems a fair bit. And the Queen, she just got that Inferno to half. So it's only level 2 Infernos. So as you can see, the heroes have taken out 4 cells almost completely by themselves. And I actually struggled to get the 3-star. So I've got to get a bit more practice like anything on my air contingent. But I did reasonably well there. I'll put the 3rd Hound down just to be a soaker on that Inferno tower. And you see here, the loons are all starting to pull up. I probably should have gone 2 loons on this Wizard Tower, just plop the 1 down. because I lost my loon there to a heat seeker, and that left that loon up, which played a bit of a factor at the end. Didn't lose me the raid, but that's where I probably should have used that second clutch loon there. You always, when you're doing your GoLaLoons, when you're doing lava loons, anything with loons, you've got to be aware of what wizard towers do to your loons, and as you can see, they just snuck in home. So it wasn't a completely max base either. Pretty decent design. I thought I would get both Inferno towers, but no matter how hard I tried, I didn't. Let's go and have a look at number 9. This was a fresh hit from Bando 82, and I went in with a stone GoHog with earthquakes. They were all effectively using hounds. I knew that early, so I ended up just taking the chance that there'd be a hound in this one. You can see, like I do on a lot of my attacks, a bit of herding at the start. For what might be 15, 20, 30 seconds even, if that sets you right up and your heroes don't go astray, then it's time well spent. Now, you notice I do 3 earthquakes and then 1. That's obviously a donated spell. I wait for the rubble to stop, and then I stick down my 4th one so it doesn't stuff it up. Very small area to herd here. The queen goes down. Now, what was interesting here was I knew that if I wall breaker 2 sections, that one golem might go astray. So what I've done is I've held on to my 3rd golem in the bag and left it. Realised, yep, old mate golem's going away, and I'll put down my clan castle one. So that worked well, but what we see here is that archer tower's picked up that queen in the end anyway. This is where you need to be spot on with these kinds of attacks, and I should have gone an extra probably 3 hogs on that archer tower as soon as I'd realised it. By the time I'd realised where the damage was coming from, it was quicker and easier just to blow my ability. As you see, out come the hogs. So a little bit late, a little bit of a knee jerk, and you see a few hogs down the bottom. There's nothing really major shooting them at the moment. They're just in there. So hogs from the top took a heal. So I split those bombs there, and it was too late to get a reactionary bomb out, a heal, and lost those. It was only 4 or 5 hogs up there. This heal here is probably a bit of a stuff up, really, when you analyse it, because there was no fire on them at that stage. I could have put it just up a little bit, and then that would have healed all of those units that were in there as well. So you see, all my wizards are catching up. I made sure I heard, and you try and get clean up the trash buildings. You try and make sure you get that, because there's going to be so many different raids that you pushed on time. You might lose all of your hogs, and you get your hero come through at the end to clean it up, and then you've got all these buildings that are just out in the middle of nowhere, and you run out of time. It's such a frustrating thing to lose on time, especially when you've planned an extravagant attack. But yeah, you see there's 3 wizards running around one side, 1 wizard running around the other, and it was shitloads of time left. So that's one of my staple armies, the old stone GoHog. I do love it for organised wars and stuff like that, because for me it's quite a reliable army. Let's have a look at number 10. We've got it was mainly hog attacks. We'll actually just pause, and as a clan, I know a lot of my guys do watch this, and this was all part of the intention, was so we could have a bit of a chat, and you know, everyone would see it on YouTube, of course, but for my guys, I think we're becoming a little bit too reliant on hogs. We're not doing enough differing attacks, and eventually that may cause us harm. I'm not saying don't use hogs. I just think that, you know, learn these different strategies, spend some time, if it means watching other attacks, whether it be through other people's YouTubes or whether it's the Red Hot Raids one we've just started. You know, get into it, start learning some different strats. Now Phoenix, this is one of his staple armies. It's a Shattered GoHog. Max Heroes, the big 30-30. He does these so well in tough wars where he's relied upon. So I know he's getting a bit stuck in his hogging because he hasn't got the ability to hit and learn at times because he's been relied upon. He'll just bring across one of his lower town or nines and have a bit of fun on that, I think. So you do see a bit of surgical hogging going on here. He's not rushing him. He's not spamming out 5 or 6. He's just going 3 or 4. Oh, there comes 5 right there. Shut up, Bando. What do we got here? Old Jimmy Bob and the Queen are down there kissing. What are you guys doing? Get in the fray. Hogs are all going through. Look at that poison. That's just primed. That's going to get all of those skellies. That's going to slow down old King. And then his third heal comes down. Shitloads of hogs left. Great attack. Especially in a time where we needed it. Still got his Queen's ability. Pops it. That storage was looking at him funny. So well done, Phoenix. Where are we? Number 15 was the one I'd earmarked next, and this is Manlet, which is one of Dynamo's third account, I think, maybe. All these addicts, it's hard learning. Now, it's not a fantastic base design, but it did cause a couple of other people to fail too. And he started off perfect, going for the herding on those heavy hit point buildings. 2 Teslas down the bottom there, so they're going to start chewing out and doing a fair bit of damage. We'll break it in. How many golems? 2 golems. So it was a shattered golem attack. Good slow on the Queen there, otherwise she would be ripping it up. Old Jimmy Bob's almost had it. So for level 10, King 15, sorry, it's 10-10 for his heroes, you know. They're not huge heroes. It's a max defense base, so he's done well. Good spread of hogs. Good heal coverage. His Queen's just gotten rid of the Expo, which is nice. Golem's still taking a little bit of fire in the midfield, not much. So this is a perfectly good jump there, but he'll stop and hit that wall instead. Plenty of hogs left. Still got a poison in the bag. I love hogs AI. How dumb are they? So frustrating when you see a hog target a building and then old enemy King just smack him down one at a time. Protect that town hall. So, good raid, man. It's good to have you back, Dynamo. Oh, that was a double on the outside. I only saw one the first few times I watched that. That's just silly. Now on to look at number 16 next. This was Saul's attack. Now, normally he does shattered or cold-blooded GoHogs, but he's come out here with a few different units, which is pretty cool to see. He's got his Queen up to 15, which I had missed. It's funny, you know, you practice on your own things, and obviously I've got a lot of accounts, and I missed some of these things, so it's good to get his heroes up. He's gone with the old redheads, level 2. Knowing that there's a hound in the clan castle, he's got to make sure his redheads get in there and deal with that Queen. So good first heal. That's actually backed up that King. His Queen's gone back around the outside. Old Jimmy Bob's just thinking, I'm going to walk into it, and then dies. So we've got plenty of hogs left down the bottom there. Bit of a Tesla farm. So he does have a third heal, and he's going to go into that. So You know, I can say that we're becoming a little bit too reliant on hogs at times. How's that for a poison? Just perfect. Gets all the skellies, gets the king, and then hello. Bacon. Yeah, we are becoming reliant on hogs, but when you see raids get absolutely smashed like that with hogs, they are probably one of the strongest armies still. I do like the looks of the old Dragon Zap combo. I love my lightning spells, as anyone that watches my videos will know. I do love my lightnings. I need to give GoLaLoon a bit of love again, but that's why I made Bend Over, just so he could do some scratch that itch, so to speak. So good raids all. 6-star war, I think I said. And yeah, that's a wrap from me. Hope you guys have had a bit of a laugh. Hope you might have learned something, and clash on.